We are live.
Superintendent. What was the name of Rachel and Monica's building superintendent?
She looks like she doesn't know the answer.
Viking Crown Lounge. Actually, Ellington's the Viking Crown Lounge.
Yeah.
So, we're doing a Friends trivia up here right now. Camera not cooperating as much as I would like in terms of being able to focus properly and give you a good picture. I have to bring a better camera on the next cruise.
Ross created a comic
This one's having some issues.
Ross created
So.
a comic book called
Hey Mungo, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Can you hear me okay? I'm trying not to talk too loud because they're doing trivia like right around the corner from here. Just bring this level up a little bit. Yeah, it's good weather. It's a beautiful day. It's very windy out there. At least it was earlier when we were walking right up on deck. It's very windy. Okay, good.
Okay, and then your question number 17 is, what
I
kind
don't know
of
if you
bed
could probably hear
did
the trivia in the
mattress
background.
king deliver to Monica?
So they're supposed to be doing
So
Madonna
number
trivia in here pretty
17,
soon.
what kind of bed did the mattress king deliver to Monica?
I don't know if she's going to be playing Madonna songs or singing them or what. But yeah, so we've good sea day. We had two announcements from the captain about COVID. So the first announcement was during routine testing, they discovered that a small portion of the crew, like a little, they didn't say how many, tested positive and they've been isolated, and 3 passengers reported to the medical center after not feeling well, and they tested positive, but they're being quarantined or whatever. Everything's good. And then when was that? When was the first announcement from the captain?
That was when you were live streaming yesterday. Remember, you didn't turn.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so the first COVID announcement was yesterday, right at the end of the live stream. So then today, while we were walking around about 3 hours ago up on deck, Captain came back on again and said that I think an additional passenger tested positive, and now we were basically at the 1% mark in terms of COVID, like 1% on board. It doesn't seem to be enough to affect Nassau, so we're still going. We're still going into Nassau tomorrow as planned. So 2 announcements in 2 days from the captain about COVID. That was interesting. The Viking Crown Lounge is starting to fill up with people coming in for the Madonna tribute. See if I can spin the camera around here.
Okay, and then you asked the final one, number 20. How many seasons of Friends are there? That's number 20. How many seasons of Friends
there we go.
are there?
That balanced it out a little bit better. See if I can clean up the focus a little bit here.
Okay, are you ready to answers?
Here we go. It's a little
So
better.
number 1. What was the name of Ross's pet monkey?
Yep.
Marcel. So give yourself a point for Marcel. And your
So
number 2,
Mungo, have you done any more
Monica
research on
Powell
cruising
is
yet?
How many categories? Chandler and Joey and Rachel and Monica. It's in that one. Okay, and question number 3. Who was Joey's agent? It is Estelle. And then your number 4. Phoebe attempts to teach Joey
Oh, the
which
masks.
language.
I hate the masks.
It is
I
French.
hate the effing
And if you
masks.
remember, all she was trying to teach him was
Pretty
Jim
much
and Joey.
everywhere inside the ship, except when you're actively eating or drinking.
And then your number 5.
If you're outdoors on the outside the ship, then you do not have to wear the mask as long as you can maintain distance away from other people. So pretty straightforward. It's just on off. But so if you stay inside the ship, then you have to wear the mask all the time if you're not in your stateroom or eating or drinking.
It is Frank Jr., Leslie, and
Technically,
Chandler. So give yourself a point
I guess I'm sort of drinking. So I don't have to wear it because I'm drinking.
Ross's college band. It is Way No Way. That was the name of their college band. And then your number
Can you
9,
hear
who sang
the
the
trivia
song
questions?
Smelly Cat? It is Phoebe. Smelly Cat.
Hey, what's up, Tyler? Hope you're doing well.
Okay, and then your number 10.
I'm up in the Viking Crown Lounge, Ellington's.
Of a woman named Gladys.
They're wrapping up Friends trivia.
So Gladys. And then your number 11.
Well, I knew this was going to be going on. I knew the Madonna thing was going to happen. But I wanted this view from Viking Crown, kind of looking out that way. So what can you do?
Bunny. And it most definitely was not a bunny when it arrived.
What did you get?
And your number 15, who were on a break? Ross and Rachel. And your number 14, what year was the final series of Friends aired?
First he walked by and I didn't catch
It
it.
is
He's
2004.
been working on
Well, I was hoping he would
And
look
your
back
number
over this
15,
way,
what is the
but
name of Rachel and Monica's building superintendent? Mr. Trigger.
I think this trivia's almost done.
And then your question number 16. Ross created a comic book called Science Boy. It is Science Boy.
Well, these people know Friends really well.
You remember when Ross was younger, Phoebe, she robbed him. Yeah. So that's that one. And then your number 17. What kind of bed did the mattress king deliver to Monica? It was a race car bed. And then your number 18. Which soap opera was Joey Dr. Drake Ramore? Days of Our Lives. And then your number 19. The Gala Cup was a trophy for which sport?
So they must be done. They're just going through the
Yeah, on the
answers now.
Thanksgiving one, they have the touch
Okay.
football game.
Yeah, because it's
And then your number 20. How many seasons of Friends are there?
about 15 minutes before Madonna comes on, or before the Madonna tribute starts. Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. It was very windy up on deck earlier, like very windy. And they had the Peekaboo Bridge. They had the Peekaboo Bridge open. So we went out there on the Peekaboo Bridge. And wow, it was so windy. It was like walking in a wind tunnel.
20. Do you guys get 20 now? No? So we got 20 here. Anybody else got 20? No?
Yeah, he's making his way around. Of course, now he's got. There's like one waiter that's going around in Ellington's right now. And I'm waiting for him to come over so I can get something to drink.
I'm surprised that many people are out at the pool.
Oh, down there?
Just everywhere. You know, because it's.
Well, I mean, they're like those people right there, or right, the ones you can see in the camera there, they're like right in the sun.
Yeah.
And they're kind of shielded from the wind.
That wind is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, our temperature out there is like only 67, 68 degrees. And it's windy. Name that tune, Madonna. Donna.
But if you are with me, please pop the pencils back in the box for me. That would be amazing. And also, guys.
I don't know if the camera's probably not picking it up, but like there's this constant. Okay, she's finally done. Chilly and windy, the worst feeling ever. I mean, you know, a lot of these people are out there running around in shorts and t-shirt, even though it's windy. It's only really bad if you're up on like deck 13 forward, all the way at the front of the ship, because there's not much protection up there from the wind. Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's shaking in the camera. Sorry about that. It's like it feels like the entire Viking Crown Lounge is just kind of. It is what it is. There's a few people swimming in the pool. I think the camera's capturing it. There's one girl in that pool. There's nobody in the other pool. Just below the camera. There's a few people in those two whirlpools. And there's a couple of people in the whirlpools on the other side.
Who knows this answer? I'm sitting here like, I can tell you the whole episode.
And, it looks like the band might be getting set up to play later on. That's kind of cool.
Who knows this? Well, when Phoebe was younger and working at home, she wrapped it and took it.
There we go. There's a pretty good view. If I keep repositioning the camera, I find a better way to place it there. Yeah, another sea day. I spent this morning just recording a ton of video to try to do like a full ship tour. So I'll put that together when I get home and try to go like deck by deck from the upper deck all the way down to the very bottom. So literally from deck 15, which is the escape room, all the way down to deck 2, which is the conference room.
No, I mean, I can be like, I know the answer. I had to think.
Well, Mungo, you talk about smaller pools. You should see the one on the Scarlet Lady. That thing is like tiny. You could take the Scarlet Lady pool
I have no issue being like, I have all the questions right.
probably fit it inside of this one pool here on the left, right for the Mariner seats. And Mariner has 2 of them. So Virgin Voyages did not prioritize pools for the Scarlet Lady.
Lana's question, I was like, there's 2 answers here.
But you know,
I had them both written down. It was like Lana's and Glennis, like.
What was the second one?
Glennis.
Glennis.
Gladys and Glennis.
well, I mean, there's a little bit of a design to it because on the Scarlet Lady they take that pool and it's sort of in the center of that area, and they turned it into like it's like a performance kind of thing for like sailaways and other things, and they have a stage at one end where like a band can play, and they have lights and a DJ set up at one end, and it's a whole deal. So and there's a lot of lounging area around the pool on the Scarlet Lady, so there's kind of a little bit of a method to the madness. It's definitely not anything like this open pool deck like this. So Virgin Voyages definitely sort of did their own thing when it came to the layout of the ship. I kind of like this only because I'm sort of used to it. So many of our cruises in the past have been on
I would not get a single one.
not Oasis or Common class. They've been on like various different ships before the Oasis class that had this layout with the open pool. Did you pull up the Scarlet Lady? I've got some video. I've got a Scarlet Lady. I've got 2 Scarlet Lady playlists on my channel. One of them is from the Travel Advisor preview in September, and the other one is from our cruise in November. and I've got video footage of that pool area on both playlists.
Oh, okay.
So that'll kind of give you an idea of like
Yeah, oh yeah, they're real ugly.
how big the pool is, but what's around it, and sort of how they use it.
Oh my God.
That's
For
funny.
real?
But you know, some people, when we were on that cruise in November, some people were you don't swim in it because the pool is so small. They were basically in the pool, just kind of cooling off, whatever you want to call it, you know. Hanging out, cooling off, relaxing, whatever, listening to kind of the chill music, you know.
If you saw the picture of him, you wouldn't remember? I've never seen it.
Wait for him to come back around to get something to drink.
And that's glass. So what's wrong with
Want me to go over and do something?
They're both just
That's all right. Yeah, see, day. We're just hanging out. I was contemplating whether or not to walk around for the live stream or to just pick a stationary spot with a good view. So I finally found an opening in the Viking Crown Lounge where I have like a good view down to the pool deck.
That's what my husband was like, you don't know excuse you don't get a if you don't want to jump over. And I was like, well, if I miss it, I have to go rewatch it. He's like, please. I know. I'll talk about it. Like,
Yesterday's live stream was
and I would have got no tiebreaker, except I was like,
kind of right in the center of the screen there where that bar is, which is basically right in front of the Sky Lounge. That's where I did the live stream yesterday. So next up for us in just a few weeks is the Carnival Mardi Gras. So Mungo, you were talking about the size of the pools. We'll be live on the Mardi Gras in just a few weeks, and so I'll be able to give you a first-hand view of that one. I'll probably do at least one live stream where I'm walking around, you know, on the upper deck of the pool. And one good thing about the Mardi Gras, already looking ahead to that one, they have premium Wi-Fi. So it's kind of interesting. They have like three levels of Wi-Fi, which is really cool. So we're going to do the premium, and they call out in the description on the premium Wi-Fi that it's good for Zoom and video calls and Skype and stuff like that. So, you know, that would indicate like transmitting video out. So that should mean a pretty decent stream for YouTube, hopefully. So we'll find out in a few weeks on the Mardi Gras. But, we'll get a chance to check out their pool area and everything else.
probably would have gotten BBC Smelly Cat, Ross and Rachel were great. Probably could have guessed at a few of the others, but
It's the same person doing.
Yeah.
I love that accent.
She's probably like part of the entertainment staff.
if you don't know this, if you don't know, you're done.
She was supposed to go on the Mardi Gras, and then husband got COVID. You're talking about the Carnival Mardi Gras, right?
Good luck.
I'm gonna make you look on this one. 80s, I'm all about it. It's rock. There's a rock with that. I might do okay. I might do okay with that.
Not a music person.
Oh, I'm telling you. My husband's in movies.
There was a Disney
What was that? This is Ellington's, right?
movie for
Yeah.
the Disney song. I did well at that one yesterday.
We did okay too.
I missed one. Which was
I think we missed like 2 or 3. Which surprised me because I don't have children. She has had children in 30 years.
Oh, that's too bad that they got COVID.
Okay, so
I knew a lot.
my husband and I played that one together, and I'm the Disney nut and went to watch the one with our little boy, and so I thought like I got this, and it was like one I was like I'm not sure what this is. My husband had like gone to the bathroom and he comes back and I was like just kind of joking with him. I was like, have you recognized any of the Disney
Yeah,
songs?
so
He was like,
far. See? Excellent.
no, I don't know any of these. The only one I recognize was the Toy Story one. And I was like,
This is up high like this is turning out to be in the Maryland Seas is turning out to be a pretty good place to do it.
You said Song of the South. So like that's
The Dumbo one. That's what I said too. I got so sad. Yes.
Yeah,
Because the guy
we're just
sounded like
kind of hanging out,
Yes, that was what I said.
enjoying adult beverage. I think going to hit the gym later, and then next thing you know, it'll be time for dinner tonight.
He didn't know the freaking Beauty and the Beast song, but he knew that one. Granted, my son is obsessed with Toy Story.
Some of these people, I tell you, they spend like
The last 20 years.
a lot of time in these hot
I know,
tubs.
I know. Plus, my husband was like, if you
Drink in hand, just relaxing.
That one, and I was like, I was thinking like main songs, and that was like a side song.
Yes, that's
in Toy
part of the deal.
Story.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and they play very, very
I mean,
parts of the song.
well, and they did, and in a lot of them, they didn't play the movie version of the song.
Yeah.
It's not as crowded as it was the other day for the Michael
I
Jackson.
know this, but this is not the movie version of the song.
Well, if you're talking about the Mardi Gras, if you look closely at the video on that roller coaster is on a especially built track, and it's one of those like a roller coaster you see at like Universal City Walk or Disney World or something like that, where the thing is like above and underneath together on the rail. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. It's an electric roller coaster. It's,
That one was a weird one.
we're probably going to ride it.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to ride it.
Maria says definitely. The only thing is, I wish I could like hold like a GoPro while I'm riding it, but you can't do that because it's like you're driving a bicycle or like a motorcycle. So you have to have hands on the handlebar like the whole time you're riding it.
Put it on your head. Like
No,
on
they
your-
won't let you. Well, from what I remember of the press day when it launched, they won't let you have anything. Yep. Tyler says it's very safe. Tyler, have you ridden it? Or you just kind of seen other people ride it? I would imagine it's very safe. I can't see Carnival or any of these major cruise lines putting something out that's not, rock solid.
Well, it is a Disney movie, but Disney pulled it like 30 years ago because the question was in it. So it's one of those where I'm like, I can't imagine World
We have some-
putting this as an answer.
We have some trivia masters up here discussing all things trivia here.
And they did. They pulled it literally like 30 years ago. And so it's like something that I was like, I can't imagine World putting it.
It's not as crowded as Michael Jackson was the other day. It starts in a few minutes.
Well, I couldn't think anything else that it fit.
Yeah.
So I kept like, I can't see this movie, but this is the only one it sounds like.
I'm surprised that guy hasn't come back.
I think he comes around when things are underway, so you don't have to get up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Tyler says you have to wear spy glasses to get the point of view footage. Yeah, I guess you could do that if it's not obvious that you're, And if you're wearing glasses, they're not likely to come off. So.
Or the Google Glass.
Yeah,
What is it called?
yeah,
Google Glass?
like the Google Lens or whatever it is,
Which, once I heard it, I could picture that.
Are those making like a little bit of a comeback?
James Bond glasses.
James Bond glasses. There you
Y'all
go.
have a great day. And good luck at Nevada.
God.
Good luck.
Handsome. Umbach. See, that's that music that Royal Caribbean plays that drives me nuts. But I guess when you take into account like who the main, target audience is, it's everybody. It's like kids, it's family, it's Elton John, Don't Go Breaking My Heart. It's recognizable. It's family friendly. Hopefully, you guys are having a good day. Tyler, what's the weather like back over in Orlando? Okay, getting a little disruption here. I think I'm still, I'm still good. I wonder if YouTube will pick up any of these. Crystal clear, but a bit chilly. Nice.
Yeah, the cat sitter said it was, what did she say? It was freezing for Florida standards.
Yeah. Oh yeah, on Facebook everybody was like, did Florida forget to pay the power bill? Like, why is it so cold?
It's our one day of winter.
Yeah, true. It's January, yeah. It's Florida's one day of winter. I mean, it's better here. It's 67-ish. Very windy. But perfectly clear horizon. Hardly a cloud in the sky. We are off the port side of the ship is Key West, that way, and then off the starboard side is Cuba. We're making our way through that Florida Strait, I guess is what you call it, between Florida and Cuba. So probably we're doing about 20 knots. So we're around 25 miles an hour or something like that. So we might be off the coast of Miami by the time we go to bed tonight.
They named the album the Lockdown Session because they did it all in lockdown. So nobody had to be together.
Excuse me. Can I get Moscow Mule?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Did you want that? Yeah, got a Moscow Mule on the way. Figure sitting up here, and I've got you get four. They're not free. They're like 4 drink certificates for being diamond per day per user per passenger. So Maria's got 4, and I've got 4 every day. We have not been making the most of that because we don't drink that much. But it's mid-afternoon in the Viking Crown Lounge, so it feels like it's time for a Moscow Mule. Yeah, got some people on the, I don't know if you could, you could probably see them out there. We got some people on the walking track making their way around. Some walking, some running. Walking track kind of snakes around behind the Sky Lounge there. So you see a couple people walking, a couple people running. It's like the band is playing down there now. I can kind of hear them through the glass.
I don't know how I feel that I know all these songs. I don't really sure how that makes me feel.
Working at the car wash. Rolls Royce. I mean, I pretty much grew up on like 70s and 80s. I literally started DJing when I was like learning how to DJ when I was a kid. So back when music was made by people and not machines. I'm sure the mic, you can probably hear that, right? Ah, here he comes. Ah, thank you, sir. Thank you. Anything for me to sign or?
Oh, so you have a diamond coupon.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. You know, that's actually a very, very big change that I've noticed with this cruise. Have you noticed that too, right? Like, there have been a couple of occasions where they didn't even take the card. They literally just said, "What's your statement?"
I think they don't want to trouble. They think it's trouble, like, you know, if you're diamond, whatever, you don't want to have to like deal with paper. And when you have the drink package, also, they don't bring it out.
Well, that's true because it does clearly state on the CPAS card Diamond, and I guess I don't know. It's changed. I remember like years ago. Oh man, Tyler, you're not kidding. I remember the days back in the '80s of like Techniques turntables and learning how to beat mix and.
Can you all hear me and the music okay? Do you need anything else?
Yeah, that was
No, you're all okay?
because the trick there is, you know, you're listening, and I was listening in the left ear to the song that I was basically queuing up. Right ear would be like the mix playing in the club. So you got two different songs, and you're trying to like match them in terms of tempo, and if one of them is ahead of the other one in terms of the beat, and you're trying to figure out like which one of them is ahead, and you have to speed up or slow down, you know, the one that you're listening to in your ear to get it to match the other one before you can, you know, yeah. And when it was turntable, you know, you had to figure out a way on 12-inch vinyl platter to speed it up or slow it down, and yeah, totally different than nowadays. Now they got computers to do all that. But yeah, back in the day. And a lot of those older music, the drums were played by people and not a computer, depending on how old it was. So the tempo fluctuated sometimes.
Oh,
That's music. That's music by Madonna. See, I could win this trivia easily. That's the original album version of the music.
Can we all hear that okay?
God, I have so many remixes of that in my library.
So just the name of the song.
When that first came out
These guys.
in 2000, we were using, we had like an 11-minute version in the club. Like crazy remixes of that song. That was back in the day though, where in the clubs, like people would actually listen to the song instead of listen to like 30 seconds of it and then waiting for the next
Okay,
one
this
to
is
come
going
up.
on to track number 2 for you. This is track number 2.
What are you looking at?
They should recognize that keyboard easily. She's letting a lot of it play.
One more time for you. This is going to be track
That was
number
116 beats a minute.
What are you looking at?
Nobody's in the pool now. Yeah. Yep. Playing the music is hard. The older stuff is definitely harder. God, it got quiet in here. It's like, because there's not as many people in here as there were the other day when they did the Michael Jackson trivia.
Okay, this is going to go on to track number 3.
And the people that are in here
Track
are
number
super
3 for
quiet.
you.
Yes. Pulling like lesser known stuff out of the woodwork here. Oh, dancing. The other thing that's going to be interesting about the Mardi Gras for Carnival is the number of people on board. Because this is definitely like reduced capacity just because of COVID, cancellations, whatever.
Okay,
The Mardi Gras will
track
be
number 4. This is track
like-
number 4 for you.
Ooh, there'll probably be 3,000 people on the Mardi Gras. Yeah. Yep, holiday. I have some pretty good remixes that one
This
too.
is track number 4. One more time for you. This is track number 4.
That's a really good flexible tempo right there. I wonder if Carnival is sailing with such high capacity because they've just thrown caution to the wind and said to hell with it in terms of COVID, or if they're trying to make back money because of how much debt they took on. When we were leaving Port Canaveral on Saturday, we passed right by the Mardi Gras when we left, and you could just tell as we were going by the Mardi Gras, it was packed. Compared to us, it was packed out.
Okay, so let's go on to track
I
number
watched
5.
a video from JJ Cruz when they did the Mardi Gras last year. Not long after it debuted. This was for a movie. That was for a movie.
Yeah, well,
And one more time. this
And
is
when they were in the
track
Mardi Gras
number
last year,
5.
JJ Cruz was talking about there were times where they didn't feel safe because there were just so many people around them, and they couldn't. I forgot how they phrased it, but they were kind of. They didn't think Carnival should have so many people on the ship. Yep. You think like a record label. Whenever there's one of the songs that they're going to release, as a single that's
Okay, so
popular,
just remember that the song title is All I Need.
they'll hire
And this is going on to your track
bunch of different
number
remixers,
6.
and then a ton of bootlegs will come out. So then you get official bootlegs and remixes. And Papa don't preach. Calvin. Yeah, I wonder about that because I know that Carnival took on a lot of debt.
One more time, this is track number 6 for you.
Of course, Royal Caribbean did too. This is a Moscow Mule, by the way. Very, very, very good. If you ever get a chance to order one of those, do it. It's very good. Yeah, I can hear the band. I don't know if the microphone can pick it up. You look just to the right of the lifeguard down there. Band is kind of.
Okay, this is going on to track number 7 for you. So this is track
Band is
number
kind of right
7.
there. That's the band. Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. Yeah, that's a guess on that one. They're pulling
One more
very
time for you.
obscure,
This is track number 7.
very obscure Madonna stuff to mix in with the popular. Dancing. eating, drinking, laying out by the pool, playing trivia, sitting in the hot tub.
Where's that music?
What's that?
Where's that?
Oh, the band's
band.
playing.
Oh,
Boy, non-stop food at the Windjammer. Windjammer opens, let's see, what time do they open? They open for breakfast at 7:30? 7 or 7:30. Then they ran breakfast all the way up until like 10 or 10:30. And then like 11, they basically start out for lunch, and then they go to 3 for lunch. And then material girl. And then they go for dinner from 6 to 8:30. Oh, good question, Tyler. Good question.
One more time too. This is track number 8.
You know, I have not. I have not seen the DJ on board Maryland. Now, in fairness, though, or full confession, I should say, we have not been up here in Ellington's late at night. Because if you look at the, like the cruise compass, it says, you know, music up here from 10:30 till late or something in Ellington. So we have not been up here that late. But in terms of out there on the pool deck or the sailaway or anything like that, no, I have not seen a DJ. Oh, and here's another thing. Speaking of that, I haven't seen or heard from the cruise director.
Okay, and then going on to track
Like-
number 9. This is track number 9 for you.
I think we heard from the cruise director once on embarkation day, and since then we have not heard from the cruise director at all. Like, it's like we don't have one. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the Virgin Voyages cruising Scarlet Lady, because they don't have a cruise director at all. They don't do that. Got me. I don't know.
One more time for you. This is track number 9.
Yeah, they're pulling out some obscure Madonna stuff here. Because I don't recognize that one at all. I can tell you the band is playing some pretty good stuff down there. I can kind of hear it a little bit through the glass. But yeah, nothing from the cruise director. I haven't seen a DJ. It's been a very, like, I don't know if it's because the capacity is so low or it's COVID. I don't know what it is, but there's I don't know. It's kind of the vibe is sort of pulled back from like a if you cruised pre-COVID and you remember like what that's like in terms of like
Number 10 for you.
the capacity on board. There's no 70s party. Get into the room. So many times I've played that song.
One more
There's
time.
no 70s party.
Number 10 for you.
There's subtle differences between what a normal cruise has been like and what COVID cruises are like. But at least we're back to cruising. I remember 2020. we had a July 20-something cruise in 2020 that was booked. And I remember when COVID first started to hit in March. And everybody was like, oh, it's a couple of weeks, 2 weeks. And then we'll get over it. And I was like, oh, we got a cruise in July, you know.
Okay, so it's going on to track 11
Kept dragging
for
on.
you.
Next thing you know, the July cruise is not going to happen. That's from the James Bond theme. That's Die Another Day.
This is track 11.
Yeah, and so it's like 2020. It was painful to see that like just play through, you know. And then it became obvious by like probably about June, I think. Maybe not even that late. Maybe May. It became pretty obvious that everything was like done because the cruise lines had shut down by then. And then it was pretty obvious that like it wasn't going to be just a couple of weeks. We were into uncharted territory at that point. So, and then to watch the CDC sort of fumble their way through the second half of 2020, taking the attitude that like, you know, if cruising never happens again, that'll be fine with us kind of thing. And I don't know. I don't recognize that one.
I recognize it.
I mean, I it's one of her newer ones, but not one of her more popular ones. So it's good to be back cruising, but it's not the way it was before. So I think we'll eventually get there, but it's going to be very slow. And piece by piece, some of these restrictions will have to fall off, like these. And I feel sorry for the crew members. A lot of the crew members are wearing 2 masks.
This is track number 13 for you.
You'll see like the crew members are wearing like an N95 mask, and then they'll have like one of those surgical masks over the top of it. Or in some cases, maybe the other way around, but usually the N95 mask with then a surgical mask over the top of
One
that.
more time, please. This is number 13.
Crazy. Anybody got any other questions? Oh, you know what? We still don't have confirmation on how many people we need to ask. I keep meaning to do that, and I keep forgetting. So, I still think it's in the ballpark of about 1,200, but we don't have an exact count. So we do know we're at about 1% COVID, though, because we had one announcement yesterday, and then we had the announcement yesterday was that a small group of the crew members had tested positive and were being isolated, and then 3 of the passengers had reported to the medical center because they weren't feeling well, and they tested positive, so they were being isolated too. So that was an announcement from the captain yesterday.
Track number 14 for you. This is track number 14.
And then today, God, I remember the album. I can't remember the name.
One more time for you. This
Yeah,
is track
La
number
Iso
14.
Bonita, yeah. So this afternoon, or no, this morning actually, we were walking around recording video for the tour, and the captain came back on and made another announcement about COVID and said another passenger had tested positive and was being isolated, and we were at the 1% mark in terms of the overall population on the ship for COVID. But we're still going to Nassau tomorrow, so nothing's changed as far as that's concerned. So, you know. Credit to the cruise lines, at least there's no talk or anything about like a shutdown. They're just sort of managing it the best they can.
Final one, track number 15.
Some
Track number 15
cancellations
for you.
on some ships until like the end of April.
So this is track number 15 for you. One more time. Track number 15.
Recognize that mix though. Oh God, I can't remember the name of that song. I used to play it in my mix show. Too many years ago. So I still have to get video of the Diamond Lounge, and I have to get video of the. There's an escape room up on deck 15.
It was music. This is how it goes.
Yeah, I know. The media. That one story, basically, where NCL announced, some cancellations, and that one story was played over and over and over again. And then Royal Caribbean, announced a couple of things. And of course, and then you keep seeing these media stories like day after day.
And then number 2 was.
Cruise line cancellations, but it's the same event, and they're just
So your number 2 was Vogue.
repeating over and over again.
What are you looking at?
Yeah. There have been a couple of strange things out there. There was the one media story out of New York, or the one story out of New York. You can't get in the escape room. Really? Okay. I'm gonna have to put that to the test. So we'll find out here after the live stream is over. I'm gonna find out whether or not I can get in the escape room. So I've got.
Okay, and then number 3 was. It was Beautiful Stranger. So your number 3 was Beautiful Stranger.
I have my handy dandy Osmo Pocket 2 at the ready. So we will find out whether or not we can get in the escape room. So at the very least, I'll go get video from the Diamond Club for the ship tour that I'm going to put together.
Okay, and then your number 4 was.
If there's a door that's open,
So your
we'll
number
go through
4
it.
was Holiday.
We went into the theater at the front of the ship when basically nobody was supposed to be in there. A couple of crew members come walking by, and they didn't say anything to us, but we were in there filming. All the lights were on, Oh, I don't pay attention to Inside Edition. No, I follow there's certain Twitter accounts that I follow. I do occasionally look at Yahoo because Yahoo's actually a pretty good collector of various sources. They pull from Business Insider, Washington Post. So Yahoo is sometimes a good one to keep up with. Certain accounts on Twitter are pretty good. I keep up with Travel and Leisure. There's a Travel Agent Weekly or something. I forgot the exact name. I keep up with them. There's the Points Guy. There's a couple of different ones that I kind of keep track of.
Okay, and then your number
Probably not
6
to the level of what Tony does for Lido Local,
Papa
but
Don't Preach. So that's your number 6, Papa
try to
Don't
keep an eye on
Preach.
what's going on out there. I wonder how much of this YouTube system will pick up on all this music. She's only playing bits and pieces of it instead of full songs.
Okay, and then your number
Not crazy
7.
with too much of it.
Any guesses? Number 7 was Don't Cry For Me, Argentina.
got that
That's the number 7, Don't Cry For Me, Argentina.
There's probably only about maybe 2 or 3 that I couldn't get. Actually, this is one of them. I don't recognize this one.
I don't think so. Okay. I just thought
These tests don't do us any good for cruising.
What's that?
The tests that you can get for free, they don't do us any good for cruising.
No, they do not. They do not do us any good because the only ones Now I don't know how closely they check.
Okay, and then your number 8 was.
Oh no, because we had the paperwork. So the ones you get for free, they won't have any sort of paper. Yeah, so that's
You
why.
can't use the free ones for free.
Yeah, no, you cannot use the free ones
Because
for
they're not
cruising.
proctored.
They're not proctored. Yeah, exactly. So there would not be any sort of results that you would be able to print.
But you can get
Afterwards.
for free now
Yeah.
through because the site's open. The COVIDtest.gov.
Oh, COVIDtest.gov.
You
Okay.
get your 4 free tests now.
Four free tests when? Like how often?
You get 4 COVID tests for free.
Like 4 a month or 4 total?
No,
Or
for 4.
4 total.
It is
Okay.
frozen. So your number
Every home in
9
the
was
U.S. is eligible to
frozen.
order 4 free at-home tests.
Huh.
Yeah, and it's open. They thought it was a soft opening. Some people at work were saying that they
So-
they were able to order them.
That's weird. So just 4 tests. Yeah. And it's like, okay, so what happens if you get 4 tests and then you've burned through them in a couple of weeks, then what?
Well, I mean, this is just to get 4 out there. I guess,
Yeah.
in the hands of
Oh, I got it.
everybody wants to test. The only reason we
Everybody-
want to test is just before we go on a cruise, so they don't do us anything.
Yep. We have, we've got 4 tests sitting at home because, what's that?
I'll get another one. Moscow Mule.
Into the cruise.
Just tell me your room
Your
number.
number 10
Sorry?
into the
Just tell me your room
cruise.
number.
Oh, 7582.
I'm good, thank you. So weird.
I mean,
You just ask for the room number, that's it.
if you
Okay, and then your number 11 was.
What?
we don't really have a need for the test.
Your number 11.
You know what I mean? Unless you just like feel ill and you just want to take it.
Are you talking about us?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, we're set.
But I'm saying, so they don't serve any purpose for pre-cruising, you know?
Oh, yeah, no. Well,
So my
Basi-
friend's asking me, like, you know, does she want, me to order, or her to order me some? She was thinking I have spotty internet. I'm like, no.
no, yeah. Well, anybody that's going on a cruise is supposed to be checking.
how funny.
The protocols to know what to expect,
Here's the
what
thing.
to do.
Switching subjects. If you're sitting here playing this trivia,
Yeah.
you don't have to lift up your phone. All you have to do
Okay, and then your number 3
is leave the phone sitting there.
Oh, let your Google phone tell you what song is playing.
Shows at the bottom. So you could be cheating.
Well, not.
all day long.
Yeah.
Look, watch.
Yeah. Oh, 4 minutes. 4 minutes. That was the name of the song. That's right. I recognize that one now.
Okay, and then your number 14.
Get the name of the song without even lifting
Yeah,
the phone.
yeah.
It's La Bonita.
So many Madonna songs. Like forgotten some of them. I still can't get over the fact that the guy doesn't want the card. He just came over and she got another Moscow Mule, and all he basically wanted was he's like, just give me what's your room number? And we tell him the room number.
And then your last and final
That's
one,
it.
number 15 was.
Now I mean I'll see it.
So that's your number 15 was.
Well, I'm connected on the laptop, but when I log on later on, when I pull up the Crown and Anchor or the Royal Caribbean app, and I look on the account, yeah, you could use Shazam. Well, she has the Google Pixel 6, and the Pixel 6, it's funny, anytime she's anywhere, anywhere, and there's music playing, if she's on the home screen, not logged in, but just if you just pick up the phone and it's the login screen, down at the bottom, the Pixel 6 will tell you what music it was playing. So that's what she was talking about. So she doesn't even have to open an app. The operating system will tell you, and it's pretty accurate.
14 going twice. 14 going twice.
Because there were some times earlier in the cruise where we were in one of the areas, and I was recording video or I was doing a live stream or something, and we were wondering whether or not YouTube would pick up and flag the music because it would recognize it. And even though there was a lot of background, and even with a lot of background, her phone, her Pixel 6 Pro, would tell you at the bottom of the screen whatever song was playing in the background. So that phone is pretty accurate if you want to know what music you're listening to somewhere.
At 7 p.m. if you fancy that as well, okay? But thank you for joining me, and if you guys are leaving, if you could please bring back your pencils and pop them in the box, that would be a massive help. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.
Alright, so I didn't quite catch that, but this might be the end of the things they're doing up in the Viking ground. They've been doing an awful lot of trivia up here. This morning they were doing trivia where they were playing like Motown music, I think. The other day they were doing like trivia in here with Michael Jackson songs. Earlier they were doing the trivia with Friends, like the Friends TV show. And of course that was Madonna. So it's good use of space. I remember on the Adventure of the Seas cruise in August of 2021, you would hardly ever see like the Viking Crown Lounge on that cruise. It was empty, man. You'd come up in the lounge in the middle of the day and there's like nobody up there, nothing going on. So it's good to see them use it. So I think we're going to wrap it up for the day. Been going for over an hour, so make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let YouTube know you enjoyed the stream here. Make sure you're subscribed and notification bell on. I think the deal for tomorrow for Nassau is we're going to get off the ship and probably walk around, and we're not going to do much. We're not doing any sort of an excursion at Nassau. So, thank you, Purple. So we'll probably be back on the ship maybe early afternoon. What time do we leave tomorrow at Nassau? We're leaving Nassau at like 3:30, right?
Yes, I believe so.
So I think tomorrow we'll do probably 2:00, and I might walk around tomorrow instead of being stationary. So we'll see. We'll figure it out. But see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Tyler, take care. See you later.
Should we order?